Welcome in, everyone. If you are joining us today, chances are you're looking to, level up your life and maybe your English comprehension at the exact same time.
Yeah, which is a great place to be.
Totally. And that is exactly what this deep dive is all about. Today, our mission is unpacking sources on a fascinating topic, basically. It's 8 tiny habits that quietly make you rich.
Right. And quietly is the key word there.
Exactly. And just to set the tone right out of the gate, our journey today is going to be clear, it's going to be measured, and we are absolutely keeping it free of overly complex financial jargon.
Nobody needs another lecture full of confusing terms.
Right. We want to focus purely on high-value, actionable insights. Basically, the dry goods of knowledge, things you can actually use.
Yeah, the stuff that actually translates to the real world.
Exactly. So to kick things off, there's this massive aha concept in our sources, and it's this crucial distinction. Having a finance degree, meaning you are financially educated, is completely different from being financially literate.
Oh yeah, it's a huge difference.
I mean, think about it like this. It is the difference between knowing all the rules of soccer from reading a manual and actually being able to step out onto the field and play a good game.
What's fascinating here is that the sources reveal wealth isn't built through complex math. It's not about being the smartest person in the room with numbers.
Right.
It's really built through these small, simple changes that just compound over time.
Which makes sense. I mean, you can't manage what you don't understand, right?
So the first step in playing a good financial game is just looking at the playing field.
Yeah, you have to know what you're working with.
Right. Which brings us to habit 1, and that is matching your money with your priorities.
This is a tough one for a lot of people.
Oh, it really is. The exercise goes like this. You write down your top 5 priorities. So maybe it's spending time with loved ones, staying healthy, learning new skills, or, hitting financial freedom.
The noble goal.
Exactly, the noble goals. But then you have to do the hard part. You check those priorities against your last 30 days of bank statements, and that is where the truth comes out.
Right. Because, okay, let's unpack this for a second. It is really easy to say, oh, I spend on my priorities, but our sources show that people often buy expensive clothes or fancy dinners just because others do.
Yeah, there is this massive disconnect people find when they actually do this exercise.
Like a wake-up call.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And closing that gap, that's really where financial literacy starts. Because when you direct your money towards your real priorities, like, say, buying better quality food or paying for education, you actually feel richer.
Even if you're spending the exact same amount of money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because the money is doing what you actually value. The anxiety goes down.
That makes a ton of sense. But keeping that up is hard, right? Which leads us right into habit 2, the monthly money date.
I love this concept.
Me too. So the details here are really specific. You block out exactly 30 minutes a month, not an hour, not a whole afternoon, just 30 minutes.
And it has to be focused.
Right, just you, your laptop, and your business statements. No phone allowed.
The no phone rule is critical, and there are 3 specific steps to this date. First, you review the past 30 days.
Just looking for weird charges, right?
Yeah, anomalies, bad habits creeping back in. Then second, you check your goal progress. And third, and this is crucially important, you set just one focus for the next month.
Just one.
Just one. You could be, saving $50 or maybe cutting your takeaway coffee habit by 20%.
Why just one, though? I feel like I usually try to fix everything at once.
Well, that's exactly why. Setting 10 goals completely overwhelms the brain. It triggers this massive stress response and usually results in 0 actual change.
Because it's too much friction.
Right. When you pick one tiny focus, you hit the goal, you build confidence, and you actually keep going.
Wow, okay. So once you have your priorities aligned during that money date, the next logical step is making sure you don't have to rely on human memory to actually do the things, right?
Yes, because human memory is terrible when it comes to chores.
Exactly. And that is habit 3. Automate the basics. I mean, let's be honest. Manually paying bills or transferring savings is incredibly boring, and when things are boring, we forget to do them.
We push them off. Automation removes willpower entirely from the equation.
So how does that look in practice?
Well, you set up automatic transfers on payday. So the moment you get paid, money moves to savings, fixed outgoings are paid, and you can even automate basic recurring subscriptions.
Like what?
Oh, like tissue rolls, skincare, the boring necessities.
All right, so you just don't even think about it.
Exactly. You make the decision once.
Yeah.
And that frees up massive mental space so you aren't stressing about due dates or running out of soap.
That sounds so peaceful, honestly.
It really is.
Now, on to habit 4. Start investing with small amounts early. Could you break down compound interest for us? Because that term gets thrown around a lot, but I want to keep it simple without the tough financial jargon.
Absolutely. The sources use this great snowball analogy. Imagine a small ball of snow, right? And you roll it down a hill.
Okay, got the picture.
As it rolls, it picks up more snow. So it grows bigger and it rolls faster. That is what your money is doing. Your money earns a little bit of money, and then that new money starts earning money too.
Ah, so it's doing the heavy lifting for you.
Exactly. Which is why time is the absolute greatest asset you have.
More time equals a longer hill for the snowball.
Yes. Starting early with low-cost index funds, which basically just track the entire stock market, is a super reliable way to build long-term wealth, even if you're only putting in small weekly amounts.
That is so encouraging for people who feel like they don't have enough to start.
You really don't need much, just time.
Okay, so systems keep you safe, but you also need to actively grow, right? Growth requires breaking out of just like passive consumption.
Yes, the isolation and the passive scrolling.
Which brings us to habit 5, and here's where it gets really interesting to me. Habit 5 is implement one learning immediately.
Oh, this is the trap so many people fall into.
Right. I mean, people consume financial content like YouTube videos or even deep dives like this one for years. They nod along, they feel smart, but their lives never actually change because information without action is completely useless.
It's just entertainment at that point.
Yeah.
So the rule here is that whenever you learn a new concept, you have to do one tiny thing that exact same day.
Like what? What's a tiny thing?
It could be opening that better savings account you just read about, or taking 5 minutes to download the budget app.
Just putting it on your phone.
Exactly. Check your credit score. Or honestly, even just update your CV to increase your future earnings. Just break the cycle of doing nothing.
Do one physical action today. I love that. And that actually ties right into habit 6, which is don't hide away from speaking about money.
The taboo topic.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Let's introduce that word taboo. It basically means something society tells us we shouldn't talk about because it's improper. The statistics on this are wild, by the way.
What do the numbers say?
Well, 62% of Americans do not talk about money with their friends or family. But at the same time, 66% believe that candid conversations are the key to generational wealth.
So we know we need to talk about it, but we're too scared to do it.
Exactly. But let me push back a little. Isn't it just, embarrassing to talk about our mistakes or actual numbers?
Well, that's the misconception. You don't need to share your exact salary or be showy about your savings. That's not the point.
So what are we supposed to talk about?
You just start a casual, collaborative conversation with a friend you trust. You don't ask about their bank balance, you ask, hey, what budgeting app do you use?
Oh, so you focus on the tools.
Exactly. You learn from their strategies, you hear about their mistakes so you don't repeat them. It just makes the whole journey so much less lonely.
That makes total sense. You're sharing the how, not the how much.
Precisely.
Okay, so we have these daily habits and systems in place, but to sustain this for decades, you need a fundamental shift in how you view yourself and your future.
This is where the mindset really has to change.
Right. Habit 7 is reframe your mind for long-term gratification. Because if you look at today's world, it's all instant gratification. I mean, we get food delivered in 20 minutes.
Whatever we want, we get it right now.
Exactly. But wealth building is the long game. And honestly, it physically hurts the brain to see money leave your account for an investment you can't touch for decades.
It really does feel like a loss in the moment. But if we connect this to the bigger picture, there's a powerful psychological reframe.
How so?
You have to stop viewing saving as a sacrifice or a form of deprivation. Instead, visualize the version of you in 5 or 10 years.
Okay.
What will that future version of you thank you for? Saving is actually an act of self-love.
Wow, self-love.
Yeah, you are literally paying your future self so that they have freedom and security later on.
That completely changes the feeling of putting money away. You're not losing it, you're just giving it to an older you.
Exactly.
So what does this all mean for our wallets today? We've been talking so much about saving, but Habit 8 actually tells us to spend money.
I know, it sounds completely backward.
Yeah, wait, spend money on what?
On a skill. Habit 8 is about spending money to acquire a skill, because this is an investment in yourself. which always offers the absolute highest return.
Higher than the stock market.
Oh, absolutely. The source gives a great example. If you spend $500 on a course, and that course teaches you a skill that increases your income by $1,000 a year.
That's a 200% return on your investment.
Exactly. Try getting that in the stock market consistently.
Fair point. And there is that really specific anecdote in the sources about this too, right?
Yes. There was someone struggling with massive administrative headaches, just wasting hours doing manual work.
Oh, right. Extracting dates and amounts from invoices all day.
Yeah. So instead of just suffering through it, they hired an AI specialist on Fiverr Pro to build an agent that automatically extracts all that data.
So they spent money to solve a time-wasting problem.
Exactly. They invested in a solution that saved them endless hours. But the core rule here is this. Only buy learning materials, like books or courses, if you can clearly articulate exactly how that skill is going to benefit you.
Don't just buy a course to feel productive and let it sit there.
Right. Because economies crash,
Right,
and companies fail. But the skills you invest in, those are yours forever. No one can take those away.
That is incredibly empowering, and I think it perfectly summarizes the true value of today's deep dive.
It really brings it all together.
It does, because financial literacy isn't about complex math or being a Wall Street genius. It's about these 8 small, consistent, intentional choices.
Small choices that compound.
Exactly. So I want to challenge everyone listening right now to implement just one of these habits today. Honor that voice inside you that wants a bigger life. Just pick one thing and do it before you go to sleep tonight.
That is the perfect challenge. And, I want to leave you with one final thought to ponder as you go about your day. Well, if every dollar saved today buys your future self more options, then money isn't really a currency at all, is it?
What is it then?
It's compressed time. Think about it. By managing your money today, aren't you actually just buying back the freedom to choose how you spend your future Tuesdays?
Buying back your future Tuesdays? I mean, wow, that completely changes the whole perspective on what money even is.
It's all about freedom.
It really is. Well, thank you all so much for joining us on this deep dive. Go buy back your future Tuesdays, and we will see you in the next one.